See this foot washing that Jesus did? Yeah. Mhm. Somebody was going to betray him, therefore he said, "You're not all clean." Yeah. So after he had washed his feet and had taken his garments and was set down again, he said unto them, Know you what I have done to you? You call me Master and Lord, and you say, Well, for so I am. Mhm. If then your Lord and Master have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you. Now, this idea of the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. If ye know these things, happy are ye if you do them. Yeah. Mhm. Now, this idea that you're not greater than I am, it's been my experience, right? That you having a badge on made you think that you were greater than I am. But my experience, yes, is that I've had lots of relationships during the course of my life. Yeah. And some of them I entered into knowing that there was some question about the integrity of the individuals. Yes. Now, in business, it quite often is the responsibility of the parties named, yeah, to do the research and make sure of the relationship. Yesterday, I was talking to somebody about paying the rent. Yes. And their mindset was the individuals that manage the grants from the state and the federal government. Yes. If your rent's not paid, you yourself can call the hotline and find out where it's at. Oh. I have learned from my relationships that I do not do someone else's job. Now, let's say that you get paid to manage grants because you're a charity. Yes. And your thought was, well, I'm not going to call the number to find out where the rent check is. Yes. You, the landlord, can do it. Yes. You, the renter, can do it. Yes. See, my job is to make sure that I qualify for any of the benefits available to American citizens, depending on their need. Yes. And I get you all the qualifying documentation necessary for you to do your job. Now, once the check is issued, yes, because I have a copy of it. In fact, I might just get it out here in a second. Yeah. It means that I'm on rental assistance because of a grant, yes, from either the state or the federal government or the charitable donations of those that contributed to the charity. Yes. Now, all of these funds that you manage as a charity, you receive a percentage of the income to support the employees that are employed in the management of the funds. It's similar to property management. Let's say I had a rental. The normal contractual obligation for a property management company, yes, is they get 1 month's rent out of every 12 months rent. Yeah. So if I'm paying $400 a month to rent a room, yes, inclusive of everything that's available in the house, yes, you get $400 every 12 months, or approximately $35 a month, yes, to make sure that the landlord receives on time the rental assistance. Now, when I found out last night when I got back from the library, because I was a little emphatic in my phone call, that I thought the rent was stolen from the mailbox. Yes. And that the identity of the landlord had been taken so as to be able to cash the check. Yes. And somebody had committed the crime of mailbox theft, and quite possibly all of them are felonies. Yes. Mhm. I thought for sure somebody needed to go to prison. But since the check is not issued to me, I'm the renter that applied for the rental assistance. It's issued to the actual landlord. I don't have anything to do other than provide the necessary documentation that made me eligible for the rental assistance. I have very bad sleep apnea. In fact, last night I was asphyxiated and ended up vomiting. And every time I puke, I think, well, somebody's really trying to screw me over. Yes. Mhm, mhm. Now, when you think about the actual percentage that is paid to administer the rental assistance, is it really the landlord's responsibility to find out where the check is at? Yeah. Mm-mm. You would have thought as soon as there could have been a lost check in the mail, yes, that the grant receiver, yes, known as the charity, would have immediately found out where the fucking money was. But instead, yes, they decided to give their job to somebody else where it's not their job to do it. Yes. Now, if I was really, really mean, yes, I would sue, and then they'd cut me off, and I'd be sleeping in a homeless shelter. Because the family's way right now is to penalize, yes, the individual that has the right to receive the benefits, yes, because they don't like the idea of getting paid, yes, for the administration of the charitable funds. Now, I still haven't paid the rent, yes, and it's towards the end of the month, and I think that the landlord's going to handle this her way, yes. Now, it could be on Monday, because it's Saturday, yes, that she might go up there and say, well, you need to pay the rent because I'm not getting evicted for not paying the rent when I am on rental assistance. Now, if I was really mean, yes, I'd go through all the funds that are received from those in the charity, yes, for the administration of each and every state and federal grants right now. And then, as soon as I can get law enforcement to stop lying, I would sue the